SimTheWorld here, continuing our series through Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Today we've got the next order in the story order series. Let's take a look. Our customer says, "Hello, it's time to renew the registration on the car, and that means passing inspection. It doesn't have to be perfect, I just need it to pass. Please take a look and see what you can do." Well, we've all been there. I know I've done the bare minimum to get my car to pass in the past. Let's take a look and see if we can't get an idea of, Alright, so the suspension back here does not look like it's in great shape. The oil filter looks pretty messed up. Let's see if I can't get a better camera angle, and yeah, it hates me there. Let's see if we can't do some testing. We'll just run through the whole gambit and see if something doesn't pop up. Okay, so we got 2 tires that need to be replaced. Ooh. Alright, so let's take a look at our next test. Electronics, that's important. It looks like we're going to have our work cut out for us. The alternator. Alright. Let's keep on going down the list. Compression tester will tell us if we need to pull the battery or not. Or the engine, not the battery. I think the battery is dead in this car, though. Oh, look at that. The engine gets to stay. I think this car's too old, yeah. So that's doesn't, and we know the fuel pump's bad. And all right, so it does appear like we've got some work. We got some suspension work to do here. Our radiator looks bad. Let's just get this over to the lifter. Yeah, the engine doesn't start. Let's go ahead and switch things up a little bit and get this over on lifter C. Change the scenery. I still haven't customized the garage yet. I don't know if you guys have some ideas. There's a lot of different options. I'm sure you guys can go out and find other videos where people have made adjustments to the garage, changing the floor. You can change the colors of the lifters. Obviously, you can see which colors they offer. Should we stick with concrete on the floor? I've seen some people with some wooden floors. I think wooden floors in the garage is kind of weird, but let me know what you guys think. Yeah, let's see if we can't just tear some of the engine components apart. My goal is to come through here and figure out everything we need to replace. That way we can get a full list here. So already we have a mixture. We'll have to take the timing cover off, so I'm probably going to rip everything off the front of the engine. It all looks bad anyhow. And it looks like we're going to have to take care of all of the rear suspension parts. Front suspension actually looks alright. I'm going to do a cut here, see if we can't get a list of parts together. Alright. So I just got done taking out the rear suspension section. Like I had mentioned, basically everything needs replaced. And as far as the engine block goes, I thought I had found everything, but we had a couple more spark plugs that needed replaced. So like with previous jobs, since I pulled all the spark plugs, I don't know exactly which ones were dead. So we're going to replace all 8. I also needed to go further, and some of the rocker arms needed replaced too. So we're going to replace all 16 of those. But other than that, here is the full parts list. I know I don't do this often, but it's here if you guys need it, if you guys are playing through and get stuck. So with that, I think we need to get some parts together. The first thing is the tires. We need to... the rims are bad too? Are they? Interesting. Alright, so we are going to pick up a couple more of those back tires. We need to replace those. I think we separated both those off the rim now. Let's see if we can't fix those rims. Alright, will we get lucky? That's one rim, that's two. Alright, perfect. So we don't have to buy new rims. That is nice. Again, I don't remember seeing the rims on the part list, but those were below spec, so they're getting replaced. I'm not going to bother repairing any of the other parts, even though we could. I don't want to risk breaking anything and having to buy new parts. We only get paid for what's on the list, so gotta make sure we do that right. And balance this last wheel. Then we'll go ahead and jump in and start putting this car back together. Should be exciting. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to do. They did ask us to change the oil, and we have to replace the oil filter anyhow. I should drain that before we get to work. Otherwise, it get kind of messy when I pull that oil filter. All right, now we can jump in and get some work done. So we are back. Let's go ahead and double check. Make sure we got everything on the list. I know I still have to put some more oil in. We haven't filled that, but it looks like we've replaced all the parts that needed to be replaced. We already drained it. The last thing to do is put in the oil. And with this, it will finish off this job. This car should be ready to pass inspection. Give this one final glance, and we'll send it on its way. $13,000, that ain't too bad. We are making some money here in Car Mechanic Simulator. And with that, hopefully this helped you if you're going through the game yourself. Otherwise, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.